Students, today we will be talking about the interrelationship between the average cost and the marginal cost. Now let us just recap what is meant by the average cost and the marginal cost. The cost per unit of output, that is, in other words, the cost that is involved in producing 1 unit of output is called the average cost, and that can be obtained by dividing the total cost by the total production. Marginal cost, on the other hand, is the cost that is incurred while producing 1 or an additional unit of output. So that change that comes while producing 1 additional unit of output in the cost is called as marginal cost. Both the average cost and the marginal cost have an important role while deciding the price of a commodity. And you can say that in the short run also the particular, and in the long run also, the producers decides to continue the production when the price of a commodity is more than the average cost. And in the short run, they take decisions regarding whether the production should be continued, whether the production should be increased or not, when the price of a commodity is more than the marginal cost. And if you see the data table over here, it is basically 3 stages, you can say, where we can see the interrelationship between the marginal cost and the average cost. Initially, we can see that in the 2 figures, that is the marginal cost and the average cost, the MC, that is the marginal cost, is less than the average cost. That is, if you compare the figures 17.5 and 15 and 10, you can see that in both the 2 cases, the MC is less than the average cost. If you move further to the next unit, that you can see, that is when outputs are 4, the average cost and the marginal cost is same. So this is the second stage of interrelationship where both the average cost and the marginal cost are equal. Coming down, after it becomes equal and it intersects, then you can see that in the marginal cost there is a rise and in the average cost also rises, but the marginal cost is more than the average cost over here. You can see 17.25, 19.30 and 21.35. So we can say that the interrelationship over here is divided into 3 stages, that is when marginal cost is less than average cost, when marginal cost is equal to average cost, and when the marginal cost is greater than the average cost. Now if you see the diagrammatic representation, the 2 curves can be seen, that is the MC and the AC curve. On the x-axis we can see the output, on the y-axis we can see the average cost and the marginal cost. Now initially we can see that both the cost, that is the average cost and the marginal cost, they both decrease, but we can see that there is more decrease in the marginal cost. If you see the figures over there, that is 17 and 15, 15 and 10. If you see the difference, 17 and 15 is 2, whereas 15 and 10 is 5. So initially both of them decrease, but marginal cost decreases more rapidly. And so in the initial diagrammatic representation, the marginal cost curve is below the average cost curve. Now once it starts rising, we can see that both of them intersect each other, that is the marginal cost will intersect the average cost from below at point 15 when the number of units produced are 4. So you can see the point C, which shows the intersection of marginal cost and the average cost. After the intersection, or after the marginal cost intersects the average cost, both starts rising again. You can see the figures over here where both starts increasing from 17 to 19, 19 to 21. But the difference between the numbers, if you see, is hardly 2 or 3, whereas the marginal cost increases more rapidly from 25 to 30 to 30 to 35. So the difference is 5. So we can say that once the intersection happens, the marginal cost rises more rapidly than the average cost curve. So this is how it is to be explained in the exam also, that how marginal cost is less than the average cost, what happens when marginal cost is equal to average cost, and after the intersection, the marginal cost increases more than the average cost. The next topic that we are going to cover is a very short topic which we have already learned earlier, that is the long run average cost curve. Now, according to Benham, he says that there is no distinction between the fixed cost and the variable cost, because in the long run all the factors of production, they become variable. Where we talk about the salary of the staff, the rent of a factory, in the long run they will all change. It's only that in the short run span of time these costs are fixed. The remuneration of an employee cannot be fixed for lifetime. After a certain number of years it has to increase. So what they want to say is that in the long run all the costs which we talk about are variable. Only in the short run certain parameters become fixed and others become variable. Thank you.